Ukraine and the United States/US will jointly produce weapons and defense systems in a historic decision, Volodymyr Zelensky has said. He also said the West has agreed to increase the pressure on Russia with more sanctions. It comes after Moscow's top diplomat lashed out at the US and the West, describing them as self-interested defenders of a fading international order, and accused them of being directly at war with Russia, in a rant to the UN. Now, speaking in his nightly address on Sunday, September 24, Ukraine's president said, "There is a historic decision by the United States to jointly produce weapons and defense systems. In particular, air defense. This is something that was an absolute fantasy until recently. But it will become a reality. We will make it a reality. Everyone who works for the state." And this is the new quality of Ukraine's defense industry, much more powerful. And this is also the economy. Last week, Zelensky met with U.S. President Joe Biden and Canada's Justin Trudeau. Ukraine's president told the people of his country, "It was a productive week. Very productive. We have many good defense and other decisions, defense packages. From the United States, including artillery, necessary shells, HIMARS munitions, air defense missiles, additional air defense systems, tactical vehicles. And some other types of weapons that will prove themselves on the battlefield. From Canada, we have a decision on long-term defense support worth $500 million US. In particular, these are medevac vehicles, which are very much needed at the front. We have agreed on their production and supply." Regarding his meeting with Biden, Zelensky said, "We have a clear perspective of a new resilience of Ukraine that will prevent the recurrence of Russian aggression. This is what we have already agreed on." I am grateful to President Biden, his entire team, and everyone in America who values freedom and supports Ukraine. In general, many morally robust and important positions were voiced at different levels in the United States, from the top level to all those involved in negotiations with the Ukrainian delegation. The same is true for Canada. There is a clear unity. There are new sanctions against Russia, and there will be even more sanctions pressure. Zelensky also said there were new agreements to hit Russia with more sanctions. He said, "In general, many morally robust and important positions were voiced at different levels in the United States, from the top level to all those involved in negotiations with the Ukrainian delegation." The same is true for Canada. There is a clear unity. There are new sanctions against Russia, and there will be even more sanctions pressure. Yesterday, Saturday, September 23, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused the West of being directly at war with Moscow. Speaking at the UN General Assembly, he said, "You can call this whatever you want to call this, but they are directly at war with us. We can call this a hybrid war, but that doesn't change the reality. They are effectively engaged in hostilities with us, using the Ukrainians as fodder." The US and its subordinate Western collective are continuing to fuel conflicts, which artificially divide humanity into hostile blocs and hamper the achievement of overall aims. They're doing everything they can to prevent the formation of a genuine multipolar world order. They are trying to force the world to play according to their own self-centered rules.